fire. It's on the floor. He made it! Oh my God!
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Alfred, joined by my good friend and colleague Jordan Herring. We have a great one in our hands tonight. We have the Foresters. Your home Foresters taking on the Taylor University Trojans. The Trojans come into this one 15-13 on the season, 7-9 in conference. Huntington on the opposite side, 14-14. Jordan, they're 6-10 in conference. Now, you look at these two teams, this is a big matchup. Looking at how the conference standings may play out, only that one game separates us, Jordan, but really that's not a whole lot. The winner of this game potentially has that last spot for the Crossroads League tournament locked up.
No, I would definitely agree. And looking here at the rest of the conference standings, we have Mount Vernon playing against Bethel, then those two playing on the 22nd against Goshen and Grace. And those 4 games right there are really going to show how the rest of this conference is going to shape up coming down the stretch.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We look at both these teams. Huntington comes into this one on a 1-game winning streak. On the other side, Taylor, they're riding a 2-game win streak. Both these teams had similar starts to their season, though, both starting 3-0. Huntington then went 5-5 in their first 10 games. Then really their last 10 games, they're 5-5 as well. On the other side, Taylor, they started out 6-4 in the season, but they as well 5-5 in their last 5 matches. So really both these teams equal playing late. What do you think is going to be the difference maker tonight, though?
I mean, limiting perimeter shooting is really crucial for both these teams. Both these teams shoot the 3-ball really well. So perimeter defense is going to be a big key tonight's game. Also, mismatches down low, getting rebounds, that's also crucial for tonight.
And as we talk about this broadcast, a very special one indeed. Last one at home here for the men for us as well. So it'll be the last game for both Connor Platt and Andrew Yoder here inside. Now, Jordan, how big is senior night for both of these guys?
It's their last game of the season. They're ready to give it all. I mean, they're going to leave it all out on the court tonight. They're going to show everything that they've left in their bag of tricks, all for tonight. It's all about them tonight.
Caleb Middlesworth, your leading scorer for Huntington at 19.4 points per game. Connor Platt right behind him at 19.1. The senior having a sensational season. Connor Platt currently is number 7 all-time in Huntington scoring. He's got 1,824 points. He needs 31 to move up, and he'll be right behind Shane Merriman, one of the famed Huntington Foresters here. On the other side for the Taylor University Trojans, they're led by Dagenkolb. He's got 18.6 points. Mason Dagenkolb, a senior that is, right behind him. CJ Pena, number 35, they're big. He averages 17 points a game to go along with 9.9 rebounds. So both these teams have their star players. It'll be an interesting matchup. We have senior night here just on tap. I believe the seniors are going to be coming from this way. We have both Andrew Yoder, Connor Platt, and the manager, Logan DeMaul, for the Huntington Foresters. We're going to look at a few of our keys to the game here real quick before we get going, though. Jordan, first, for the Taylor Trojans, take us through them.
I think for Taylor, one of the key things for them is to take Platt or Middlesworth out of the game. The more you can limit them on their points, the less that they're doing for their team. 2 key guys crucial for their win. Another thing they got to do, I already talked about this, is winning the boards. A lot of mismatches down low, a lot of rebounds to get, and they also got to win the game of runs. The better they go on those 10-0, 9-0, whatever no runs, they're just able to run the wave of the game after that.
And on the other side of that, for Huntington, they need to take smart and efficient shots from deep. Right now, Taylor, their defensive 3-point, only gives up 33% of their shots from the perimeter. Also, the Foresters need a hot start to this one, and they needed to limit the 3-headed monster and Pena, Robinson, and Dagenkolb. That's our keys to the success for both teams. Now we're going to take you through a little bit of our senior night here tonight. We have Logan DeMaul here at center court. DeMaul is a senior that is also a golfer here for us at Huntington University, Jordan. DeMaul, a very respected manager for us. He's been with us for, I believe, 4 years now, and DeMaul, every time you see the guys around, DeMaul's right there behind him. You always see him with his infectious enthusiasm. He always looks like he's having a good time. You see him right there, he's smiling, just having a good time out here inside Platt Arena.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that everybody on this team looks up to. He's one of those good role models guys to have around in the locker room. Everybody always loves being in the presence of him.
Next up, senior, we have Andrew Yoder, number 31. Yoder, a senior from Shipshewana, Indiana, went to Westview High School. Yoder accompanied by his parents right here. Andrew Yoder has played 88 career games. Tonight he'll make 89. He has 68 career threes, 131 career rebounds, 104 career assists to go along with 358 points. His career high, 23 points, came against Goshen earlier this season, so Yoder's saving his best for last.
Yeah, we should see him go all out in this game tonight, and I just can't wait to see what kind of energy he brings.
Now, Jordan, we have a book that tells some of the guys fun things as well as, some of their favorites. What are a few, maybe memorable things Yoder picked out for himself?
Looking here, one thing that's funny is favorite people to watch me play, he put his family and cute girls. He's definitely looking for those hotties out there.
Andrew Yoder, a good career here for Huntington. Mentioned 89 career games with tonight's game being played. And finally, we have senior Connor Platt. Connor Platt, number 3 from right here in Huntington, Indiana. Really right across the road, Huntington North. Connor Platt has played 120 career games. He has 278 career threes, 447 career rebounds, 249 career assists, and 1,824 career points. He's a career three-point percentage of 43.2%. That's just outstanding right there.
No, that's really great. I mean, we know this guy is very crucial to Huntington's offense. He has been for the past 4 years. I think, he's just one of those great role model guys as well. Can't wait to see what he does tonight.
Both of these guys combined together, 2,182 points to go along with 578 rebounds and 383 assists. Both these guys have been big parts of Huntington here in their 4 years, and I've had the chance to see him for the last 4 years, really a front row seat here next to the court. Connor Platt, a deadly shooter, a great teammate to go along with that, and Andrew Yoder, one of probably the most unselfish guys I know. Always that guy, willing to die for any loose ball, willing to fight for any rebound. We saw him earlier this season step up for Payne West when a guy tried to challenge him. Yoder, a unselfish teammate. Is there anything about Connor Platt and his bio that you saw that you liked?
One thing that I really liked is when he was talking about the game of basketball and who he liked most, he mentioned Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, one of those, arguably one of the best shooting guards in the NBA, I think. But he's another good one of those role model guys like we were talking about earlier. And you can kind of see him out of his game after Dwayne Wade, too, a little bit.
No doubt about it. These 3 guys have left their legacy here on the floor for Huntington University. Andrew Yoder, Connor Platt, and manager Logan Namal. Big thank you to them for what they've done for us, what they've contributed for us here. That's going to be our pregame show. We can't wait to get this ball game underway. A lot of postseason implications on this ball game. It should be a great one here inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, Jordan Herring. This is HU Men's Basketball right here on Forrester FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart joined with Jordan Herring. Time for the starting lineups for both these teams. First, for the visiting Taylor University Trojans. Jordan, go ahead and take us through them.
All right, for Taylor, the first guy we have coming in here at 5'10" is the senior, number 13, Ryan Robinson. Coming up next, we have the 6'1" senior, number 15, Mason Degenkolb. Next, we have the 6'5" sophomore, number 24, Jason Hubbard. The 6'5" junior, number 31, James McLeod. And then finally, to wrap it all off, the 6'6" sophomore, number 35, CJ Pena.
On the other side, for your home Huntington University Foresters, your starting lineup tonight. Starting at guard, 6'1" sophomore, number 0, Peyton West. Starting at forward, a 6'8" sophomore, number 4, Caleb Middlesworth. Starting at forward, a freshman, 6'8" forward, number 11, Hank Pulver. Starting at guard, a senior from right here in Huntington, Indiana. He's 6'2". He's a guard as well, number 3, Connor Platt. And rounding out your starting 5 here tonight inside Platt Arena, a 6'4" forward from Shipshawana, Indiana, number 31, Andrew Yoder. Both of these teams come in here fighting for that last playoff spot. Jordan, we're going to have a great one on our hands here tonight. Mentioned leading scores for both these teams. Degenkolb at 18.6 for the Trojans. On the other side, it's Caleb Middlesworth for the Foresters. Middlesworth at 19.4. Last time these two teams played each other earlier in the season, Huntington pulled out the W by 3, 88-85. Just to tell you how close this game is, how close we anticipate it to be. Middlesworth had 33-6. He was 4 of 8 from deep. On the other side, Degenkolb led all. Taylor scores 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 of 8 from 3. The visiting Trojans in their purple uniforms. Gold trim down the side. White numbers, white letters. Huntington, their home whites. Green numbers and green letters. Middlesworth won the tip, but Robinson, the man that came up with it. Trojans looking to move the ball around. Robinson, he's a deadly shooter. Number 10 on the all-time scoring list for the Trojans. And Yoder can't hang on to it. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here for the Trojans. Robinson, the inbounder here. Mentioned Taylor, 15-13 on the season. Last season, their first losing season after back-to-back consecutive winning seasons. Pena gets one over West, able to get his putback. Rebound putback there. CJ Pena, the first man to score in this one. 2-0, the Trojans lead early.
That was a great mismatch there from Pena. Realizing he didn't have the height on him, goes straight for the basket down low.
And Connor Platt trying to match that hot start. He gets one off a screen there. You know, Connor's a deadly man if you leave him open. Jordan, even if you guard him sometimes, it's hard to stop him. 3 from the wing, that's good. Right in front of the Huntington bench, that's Degenkolb. Degenkolb also making some history for the Trojans. He's number 7 on their all-time scoring list at 1,857 points. Now a cut by West. The back door was there.
That was beautiful. He did a great job of shaking the man off of him, running down low, and getting the nice pass there.
4-5 your score. Your Foresters trail by 1. The difference maker, Degenkolb's three-pointer. Now Hubbard pulls up from about the elbow. Good defense by West, but better offense, Jordan.
Yeah, this Taylor team has already proven they're not afraid to go with these Foresters defense and just shoot shots in their face. They're going for every basket they can here early.
Pulver with it. Now he looks inside Middlesworth. He's got Pena on his back, but that's not enough to stop him. 7-6 your score now. Under the 18-minute mark here inside Platt Arena. Foresters look to be playing a zone defense. Looks to be a 3-2 zone. Middlesworth at the top of that. Robinson finds some space, loses his footing, and West comes up with the ball. Yoder with it, top of the key, gives it to Platt. Platt thought about the step back. Now he'll get it outside. That's deep. Too strong. Pena the rebound. First miss from your Foresters tonight here inside Platt Arena. We want to thank you for joining us, spending some of your Tuesday evening with us here. These teams fighting for the 8 and 9 spot. Really fighting for the 8 spot. Nobody wants that 9 spot, Jordan. Now McLeod inside, trying to spin around. West is right there, though. And they give it out to Dagenkolb. Robinson, no good off the glass. Middlesworth the rebound. They got Platt up and running. They give it Pulver left wing, and Pulver's going to slow it down. Middlesworth versus Pena, both guys sophomores. Yoder wanted him. He'll give it out. Platt gets it instead. Now Yoder a deep three, just short.
Both of these teams are not holding back on their offense right now. They're trying to make every shot possible.
Hubbard trying to drive on Middlesworth. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Jordan Middlesworth, I know Robinson, smaller guy, definitely a speedy guy as well. Definitely a speedy guy as well. We're going to have a look at that. We're going to take a replay, so you'll be able to get a couple views of that. But Jordan, this ball game here right now, Huntington, they're 3 of 5. Right now in this game, Taylor 3 of 8 in this ball game. Huntington 0 of 2 from deep. One of our keys to the game for the Foresters were to take their efficient perimeter shots. I believe we're all good now. Got to give a big shout out to our replay crew in the back helping us out there. I believe that's Miranda Gus back there working on that, Jordan.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Busy crew inside Platt Arena for us here at FDN. We want to give a big thank you to all of them as this ball game starts. Robinson gets the ball off the pick. Platt, the man that guards them. Both have been sharpshooters for their respective schools. Hubbard gonna take a three. That's short. Platt the rebound. That's rebound number 1 for him. And inside Middlesworth, the Foresters moving fast. No good. Gets tipped out to Dagenkolb though. 6-7 still your score here inside Platt Arena. 15:40 on the clock here. Pena with it, short corner, right side. He'll pull up here, and that's good. Jordan, it looked like Pena wanted that one all the way.
Yeah, and especially with Pena coming at 6'6", with a big height advantage, big wingspan. Those long overarching shots right there are going to be very hard to stop.
Platt has it. He's looking to drive. A nice spin there. Off the back iron, though. The Foresters, I've seen that a few times now.
No, I think he just got a little bit surprised there because he drove in, looked out for the guy on perimeter, saw no one, and then was surprised by the open look that he had him.
And a kick to the bench is going to bring us to our first whistle of the ball game. 6-9 your score here inside Platt Arena. Your Foresters trail. We'll see you on the other side of the break. This is HU men's basketball.
This is how we like to do it.
Hello and welcome back inside beautiful Huntington, Indiana, on Huntington University's campus, the famed Platt Arena. It's senior night here inside Platt Arena as well. Mentioned last time these Forrester seniors will play here, but Taylor seniors as well. Ball gets tipped. Dagencolt comes up with it. 3-on-2 break. He's got numbers. High floater. That's off the back iron. No good. Yoder's going to be the man that committed the foul there. The senior picking up one here rather early.
I think what's real interesting about that play is that you had Caleb's Middleworth there being played there by Dagencolt. Even with the height disadvantage for him, he still was able to play that scrappy defense and commit to that turnover.
First one good by Dagencolt. He is an 85% free throw shooter. Second one, no good. 6-10 your score. Your Forsters trailing this one with 14:40 remaining in this first half. Clyde Keary subbed in at that break. Pulver a three, and that's good. Pena jumped to stop it, but he couldn't get there in time.
That's the first three for Huntington, and we talked earlier in the pregame about how once Huntington gets going from the perimeter, they can just run away with this game pretty easily.
No doubt about it. Huntington likes to shoot that three, but it was Taylor who had their season best 14 threes last game. Missed shot there. That last game against Mount Vernon, Keegan Fetters also a sub that came in at that dead ball. Clyde kick out, Pulver another one. In and out, no good. Up to Miranda they go. He goes into Pulver. That's a charge! Wow! Hank Pulver, the freshman. What a fantastic play by him. Wow-wee. Pulver hits a three a few trips ago. Comes down, lays his body on the line. You know Coach Platt and staff are loving that.
That was a great play by Pulver. I think it's really great to notice his defensive read right there, and especially how hard it is to get in position to take that charge as well.
Now Middlesworth bodying his way in. Might have been a goaltend, no call there. Middlesworth trying to argue it, but official not having it. Basket was good, and that gives Huntington the lead here. Their first lead since, I believe, the opening minutes, Jordan. Miranda off the screen, waited. Didn't matter, though, still able to hit that. Ball gets swung over Platt. He's looking drive. Dagencolt, nothing there. Middlesworth wanted the three. Now he'll kick it out. Fetters. Plenty of time with 13 on the clock here. Good screen by Clyde, and Platt loses it. Now Dagencolt thought about it. He'll give it off instead to Miranda. Miranda right wing, and we're going to have a foul on number 3, Connor Platt. They're going to say he was holding down low. A few more substitutions here. Middlesworth takes a seat, and in his first minutes of the day, number 23 for your Huntington Forsters, Spencer Ballinger, the sophomore from Oak Hill, Indiana. Robinson also checked back in for Dagencolt. Trojans normally don't play too many players, but keep that rotation quick. Robinson got Pulver up. Now that shot from short corner, that's good. And the Trojans now expand this to a 3-point lead.
I don't know if you noticed or not, Ryan, but CJ Pena, he set up the screen there to get him wide open. Pump fakes on the three and then drives inside for the easy jump shot.
Forsters looking to get some points here on this one. Nice to see Ballinger out on the floor after an ankle injury, had him out for a few games. Platt loses the ball once again, and he's going to run into Hubbard. That's going to be foul number 2, and Peyton West comes in for him. Not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Foresters.
Taylor is playing some really tight defense on the Foresters right now, forcing a lot of turnovers here early in this game. Huntington's got to do something to try to figure this out, try to get some guys open for some looks.
And it seemed like every time Platt came to that jump stop, they would just take a little swipe at the ball, and that's enough to get it loose. We'll see if the Forsters can come up solid here on defense. Degenkolb looking to drive baseline, a bounce pass. Hubbard could have had a three, mishandled the ball. Now he's driving, pull up, and that's good.
The last few possessions, it just seems like Taylor's trying to do everything they can to keep the ball down low, keep these really short jump shots, and just throw Huntington off their game.
Seems like the Trojans are getting Huntington to think about that three-pointer. Defensively, they're getting him up, just driving right around him. Ballinger now looking to drive. He finds Fetters with 10 on the clock. West thought about it. Degenkolb on him. He drives. McLeod, tough defense there. And he's going to get it out. Degenkolb. 2-on-3 fast break. McLeod right in. Excuse me, that was Hubbard, not McLeod. Alley-oop attempt for Clyde, no good. Clyde couldn't get both hands on it. Now he gets back on defense in time. Robinson, a three, too short. West the rebound, that's going to be number 2 for him.
Both of these teams have been quiet these last few possessions. One of these teams has got to figure it out and get this offense going.
16-11 your score here inside Platt. Degenkolb gets a hand on it. Fetters is going to run with him. And they're going to call Fetters for the foul. He tried to cut him off there. Degenkolb looked like he went down rather hard there. See our very own Adrian Perez down low, mopping up for us. Special shout out to him. His birthday today.
Well, happy birthday.
We might have to sing happy birthday to him eventually sometime on here, Jordan.
I mean, I'm not the best singer, so I'll leave that to you.
Substitutions here for both teams. Pena back in for the Trojans. Pulver. Fetters both sit down. First minutes of the day for number 22, Lewis Wayne for Huntington. Middlesworth back in the ballgame. So on the floor for your Forsters, West, Ballinger, Middlesworth, Clyde, and Lou Wang. For the Trojans, Miranda, Pena, Degenkolb, Robinson, and McLeod, a three-pointer from Ballinger, no good. West trying to challenge there. Couldn't get it. Now Degenkolb off and running. Faked one pass, now to Miranda, and he's good. Open spot up three, and that's good. Ty Platt not happy, and you can imagine why after an open three from the corner. Puts us at a 19-11 ball game right at the 10-minute mark. 30-second timeout, and we're not going anywhere with it. We're going to stay right here. Jordan, the Trojans up by 8 right now. What's their success right now?
They're just doing a really great job of shaking off Huntington defenders, and not to mention, I'm a big believer that great offense is always created with some great defense. They're playing such great defense on the Huntington Foresters right now, creating lots of turnovers, rattling their heads a little bit, and just overall being aggressive on both ends of the court right now.
Back from that timeout. Jordan, a big run offensively for the Forsters, but maybe a few defensive stops would be bigger right here. Huntington showed a look inside a few times. Now inside to West they go. Wow, what a look. Clyde and Payne West teaming up on that one.
We know West is one of those guys who likes cutting in and getting the ball down low. He's going to keep being aggressive down there until somebody stops him.
Pena can shoot the three. He was 4 of 8 last time. Lost it momentarily, but Robinson gathered it for him. 9:20 on the clock. Pena takes a three now. Jordan, I just said it a minute ago, he can hit it, and the Forsters not respecting him. 22-13. Taylor starting to run away with this one.
We talked a little bit ago about Taylor's trying to make it look like they're going for the three and then go for another shot, but now they're going back to the three ball, being aggressive on the perimeter.
Three-pointer from Peyton West there. Miranda right there, but didn't elect to put a hand up or anything defensively. Degenkolb takes a three. You can do it, I can do it as well. Degenkolb's been hot in this ball game. He's got 7 points. Middlesworth looking inside. He goes right into Robinson off the glass, so it's good. He had Wing in the corner, but won it himself.
Even with two defenders on him, he did a great job of spinning around both of them, bodying both of them up to get that easy board.
Whoo-wee, these Trojans are hot from deep right now. Another three. Back-to-back trips right now for Taylor. Wang thought about three, got Robinson up momentarily. He'll give it off. Fetters in the left corner. Middlesworth, he's going to take a three. Off the front iron, no good. Miranda comes up with it. 10-point ball game here. Under the 8-minute mark to play here in this first half. Still plenty of time with 15 on the clock here. Robinson will reset. He's got Middlesworth on him. Looks to drive around him. A spin. Ooh, that's a tough shot. Ryan Robinson. What a shot by him. 30-18 the score now.
That's definitely not an easy shot to hit, especially over the big man. Glad to see that go in.
Jordan, the Forcers might have to change up Middlesworth being on top. Robinson's been able to get some room on him. Fetter's shot no good there. Might have been tipped. Robinson, Dinkolp, right wing. Open three. No good. Dinkolp airballed that one, Jordan.
And that's really rare for a guy like him.
Seven minutes and some change here. This first half, 30-18 your score. West gets a three here. Off the front iron, no good. Payton does shoot 42% from deep. Not having the greatest luck tonight. Huntington 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. Pena runs into a double team there by Fetters and Clyde. Kick Miranda, he's driving baseline dish. Wow, is that a double block, Jordan? I think both Clyde and Keegan got a hand on that one.
Yeah, I think Clyde kicked it back towards the three-point line and then Keegan kicked it back against the wall.
30-18 your score here as we take our second media timeout here in this first half. 6:30 to go. This is HU men's basketball right here on FTN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring on the call here for this Crossroads League matchup between the Taylor University Trojans and the Huntington University Foresters. Robinson a three from the wing as the buzzer sounded. McLeod comes up with the rebound and he goes down. Pena, a step back three, no good. West the rebound, number 5 for him tonight. Payne West did have a double-double last game with 10 points and 10 rebounds. On the early double-double watch here with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Middlesworth shot off the glass, no good there. Forsters have gone quiet offensively. Jordan, what do you think they can do to get their offense going?
I don't know. Honestly, I think they got to get away from the perimeter shot because it seems like that's what they're trying to go to right now. That's just what they're known for doing. But they got to do a much better job of trying to get the ball down low and just be aggressive down there.
Speaking of it, they find Platt in the paint. Hubbard wasn't buying on that. Yoder, a three-pointer. That's good. He rings it home. The Foresters now 3 of 8 from deep. And Jordan, I don't think the Foresters want to listen to you. As you say go inside, they take a 3 from deep. They do cut this back to a single-digit ball game. 9 points here, 30-21 your score. At the 5-minute mark, Yoder lackadaisical defense, and McLeod makes him pay. Pena has 10 points for the Trojans. They look inside to Middlesworth. He's got Robson on him. That's going to be a foul. Excuse me, that's Keegan Owen, the sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana. 12 and 13 kind of look alike, right, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, just a little squiggle to add.
I mean, the numbers are, pretty similar.
You can fudge the numbers.
Middlesworth, first one good. Few more substitutions here. Wang takes a seat for Huntington. Pulver in for him. Robinson and McLeod both take a seat. For the Trojans, Dagenkolb. And I believe Hubbard back in for the Trojans. Both free throws good. 32-23 your score here with 4:30 remaining. The Foresters need a couple big defensive possessions here to get back in this ball game. But they need their offense to wake up as well. They're only shooting 37% from deep right now. Dagenkolb looking to drive on West. Stop. They're going to call a foul on Peyton West. They're going to say West got his arm. That almost looked clean. I'd have to see a replay of that one, but it looked like it was clean. Dagenkolb nevertheless going to the free throw line. First one up and good. Second one up and good by Dagenkolb as well. That's going to give him 10 points in this ball game. The second Trojan with 10. Yoder's pass inside, too weak. Now Owens going up, gives it off to Pena. They're going to say that one off Yoder. That's going to stay here for the Trojans as Robson checks back in for Owens. For Owen, excuse me. Head coach Josh Andrews in his 7th season has 101 career wins as a Taylor Trojan University head coach. Looked like maybe an extra step, no call though. Under 4 here in the first half. Dagenkolb finds Hubbard. Platt got a hand on it, but Pena somehow gets it back. Pena wants a foul. The official's not giving it to him. And Jordan, we've seen a little bit of physical basketball here between these two so far tonight.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And, looking at the foul sheet right here, Huntington with 6 fouls, Taylor only with 2. It's not necessarily that Huntington's in any foul trouble, but compared to 2 fouls, that might hurt him a little bit later on in the game.
Middlesworth and up and under, and that connects there. 25-34 your score here inside Platt Arena. Dagenkolb thought about it, drives baseline, double team ensues. Robinson gets around Platt. The speedy man, Ryan Robinson, showing his wheels there.
Yeah, he's got to, with all the speed he has for how small he is, knowing he's going to have to mismatch almost every single guy on him. He's got to use all that speed to his advantage.
Robinson looking like a tireless worker, but Hank Pulver, he finds some open court in the middle of the floor, and he makes the Trojans pay 27-36. We got another 30-second timeout. Jordan, I think we should keep it right here with us. We got so much action here going on the floor. 2:52 remaining here. Spencer Ballinger is going to check back in this ball game. Jordan, so far your thoughts for the Foresters, what are they?
Well, they were struggling a bit early in the game, but right now it seems like they're really pulling something together, hitting both perimeter shots and being aggressive down low. They just got to get their defense going a little bit here, trying to get some more rebounds. They're giving up a little bit too many offensive rebounds, and also got to do a better job of playing the perimeter.
No doubt about it. Talked how big this ball game is as far as really the rest of both these teams' seasons go. Almost one of those winner go-home bowl games. Huntington, they have Marion next, number 5 Marion. On the other side, the Trojans, they face number 3 Indiana Wesleyan. Inside to McLeod they go, and they're going to call a foul on Lewis Wang. Wang trying to stay strong in the short corner. Both him and McLeod really battling back and forth there.
And Ryan, I don't think Coach Platt is liking any of these foul calls from the refs right now either.
First free throw, no good there. I know we bring it up multiple times, but the cliche ball thing, ball don't lie, Jordan.
Ball don't lie.
Yoder with it, gives it Pulver. He had a 3 earlier. Yoder left wing with it. Wang looking to drive. He gets blocked by Hubbard. Hubbard, good recognition, was behind Wang. Able to come around. Romson wanted the step back. Now Danekolp tries to get Platt up. That doesn't happen. Hubbard inside. Ballinger right there. Good recovery defense from the help side. Good defense. Wow. Better offense once again. I feel like that's been almost a reoccurring theme here. Every time the Forcers are right there, Jordan, Taylor just a little bit better.
They're just always able to sneak a basket, and somehow their offense is just firing on all cylinders right now. Huntington's got to try to find something here to stop him.
Now Pulver looking to drive on Hubbard. Yoder with it, 10 on the clock. He hits that one. Looks like Miranda ran into him. Yoder not happy about that. Miranda gets it outside. This is an 8-point ball game. 1:12 remaining, but not before Ryan Robson hits a corner 3 to make it 11. Back to Yoder they go. Under a minute to play here before halftime. McLeod battling down low with Ballinger. Huntington moving the ball out on the perimeter. Platt thought about the step back, gives it back to Yoder, back to Platt. 5 on the clock. Platt gets some room. They're going to call a block. Dagenkolb can't believe it. That's going to be foul number 1 on him. Dagenkolb thought he was set. Connor Platt going to be at the free throw line.
You know, I really think that was an interesting take there from Connor Platt. He saw he only had 1 defender on him, drives in the paint. Then next thing you know, he's got 3 guys on him, fights all of them off, and is able to get the foul call right there.
It looked like for a moment that Platt was kind of stuck in no man's lane. You talk about the 3 defenders, but they were all kind of closed on him all at the same time.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just what Taylor's defense does. They're going to lock down on everyone who's trying to drive inside the paint.
Pena back in for the Trojans. Platt out, Middlesworth in for the Foresters. 32 to go here, about a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Danekolb gets around Ballinger, and what a spin there. We talk about the spin cycle. Ballinger just got put in one.
He lost both defenders on there. Not just 1, but 2 defenders he shook up there.
And now we're going to have a foul called here on Ballinger. Dagenkolb went down there. They're going to say he hit him with an arm. Looks like it might have went into Dagenkolb's throat. Dagenkolb right now has 9 points for the Trojans. He's been big for them. The Trojans shooting 54% from the field, 46 from three-point. Right now, Robinson's got 9, Dagenkolb 11, Pena 10, Dagenkolb 1 of the 3, no good. Ballinger comes up with it, 2 on the clock, he's looking it up, Pulver half court, and no good there. The Trojans, 43-32, they lead this first half here. We're gonna have a little talk here with assistant coach Rakonen. Coach, thank you for joining us at halftime. 43-32 the score right now. Obviously not how you guys want it to go, but it seems like the Foresters, just from three-point, we're not hitting necessarily what we want. We're 4 of 9 right now, which is 44%, but is there any adjustments offensively, Coach, you can see for us?
I think the biggest thing is that we've got to get more spacing. We've got to get more ball movement. If the first half, you've probably seen it, but we have taken dribbles right away on the catch, and we haven't got the ball moving side to side, which has been easy for them to guard. So this second half, we got to do a better job of guarding the basketball or swinging the basketball, not dribbling it immediately. We have to feed Caleb down low. He's got a good size advantage down there, and I think that we could take advantage of that going into the second half.
Now, Coach, on the other side, they're shooting 53% from the field offensively. What do we need to do to stop them or slow them down?
You know, it's an interesting game. It's a game of runs, and I think that what you're going to see is the second half, they're taking pretty contested shots so far this first half. A lot of fall-aways, mid-range jumpers. So I think that the second half, I think that shooting percentage will drop if we keep contesting. I think we just got to get a hand over the basketball, guard Pena well on the perimeter, make sure he doesn't get going. But, you know, this weekend against Bethel, we saw kind of a similar first half. In the second half, we came out and executed a little bit better in the defensive end. So I expect us to have that same kind of confidence coming in the second half.
Coach, good luck in the second half, and thank you for your time like
Thank you.
always. That's going to be our first half here. 43-32, your score here inside Platt Arena. We'll be right back with some halftime stats as well as the second half action. Don't go anywhere.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them.
So Powder Puff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in, since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Powder Puff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powder Puff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor, and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powder Puff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're going to have during homecoming weekend.
What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry-standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a Forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor, helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities, you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student, we want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Everything has a beginning, a moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it, and those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on.
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart joined by Jordan Harrington. Jordan, interesting first half here. A little bit more of a lead than I thought from either team we were going to see. Right now, 43-32 your halftime score. What are some key things you saw in that first half before we get to stats?
I mean, both teams came out really aggressive on offense, but Taylor just, they just kept winning the runs. We talked about this in the pregame. Winning the runs, was really crucial, limiting Taylor to those. But they're just firing on all cylinders right now, both on the perimeter shooting and on easy jump shots and layups. Their offense, it just seems like they can't be stopped right now.
No doubt about it. We look at some halftime stats here. First for the visiting Taylor University Trojans, leading them in scoring. CJ Pena, 10 points, 8 rebounds go along with that. He's 2 of 3 from deep. We talked about it, 3 double-doubles in his last 3 ball games. Only 2 rebounds away from making it 4 in a row. Right behind him, leading the team actually, is Mason Dagenkolb with 11 points. He's 2 of 6 from deep though. 2 early threes and then kind of went a little bit quiet there. But right behind them, Ryan Robinson with 9 points. He's got 4 assists in this ballgame, leads the Trojans in assists. Taylor, only 3 turnovers in that first half. I think maybe the biggest key stat of the first half. But for Huntington, take us through their stats, Jordan.
Well, as of right now, they're shooting only 48% from the floor. Some guys to look for them right now. Total points here, we have Caleb Millsworth with 8, Hank Pulver with 2, Hank Pulver with 7 in just 2 attempts. And then we also have Yoder, the senior here on senior night, with 6 points. And then only Connor Platt only with 4 points.
Yeah, and Huntington on their side, they have 7 turnovers. Now, that still is typically kind of low for a first half, but really when you got another team with only 3 turnovers, definitely makes it interesting. About 20 seconds go here. Jordan, talk to Coach Rakonen there right before halftime, or really as halftime started. He gave us a few tips and some things they need to work on. Is there anything you think Huntington needs to work on to get back in this ball game, or was it just an unfortunate first half?
I mean, number one big thing for them is just limit perimeter shooting. I mean, as of right now, Taylor is shooting 6 from 14 from 3, and at one point they were shooting almost above 50% from 3. So limiting those threes, keeping them, honest at the three-point line is really crucial for them right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Get back into the second half. 43-32 your score. Huntington gonna have first possession as Taylor won the tip. Coach Rakonen talked about it. Similar first half. And Pulver, what a 3 there. That kind of shocked me, Jordan. I didn't think he was going to pull the trigger there.
No, and especially from the first half, seeing how Taylor did such a good job of limiting Huntington from the 3, that was a little bit of a confidence booster for them, I think.
Huntington now shooting 50% from deep, 5 of 10. Hubbard goes inside against Platt, and he's able to win that battle. Hubbard gonna pick up Yoder, the hot senior. Yoder with 6 points in that first half. Middlesworth open 3, no good. Hubbard's gonna get the rebound. That's gonna be rebound number 2 for him in this ball game. 10-point ball game here inside Platt Arena. McLeod the turn, and he gets it to go against Yoder. Jordan, it seems like the Trojans just can't miss here tonight.
No, definitely. And especially here in this beginning of this first half, they're really going aggressive down low.
Dagenkolb on Platt's back as Platt was able to pump fake and get him up there. That's going to be foul number 2 on him. They said Platt wasn't shooting on the floor. Yoder gets it into Connor. Pulver's had a hot man. He's the only guy in double figures for Huntington. And a foul here on Pena. That's going to be foul number 1 on the big for the Trojans. Middlesworth will try to cut it back to single digits. He is a 78% free throw shooter. Great shot there from our man under the basket, Abdul Kamara. Abdul on one end, Katie Dorsey on the other end. Jordan, so far tonight, I haven't seen anybody really go crashing into the protective wall behind them. But a few games ago, I believe Miranda Gus was down on one end, and we saw quite a bit of that.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that, but Ryan, we still have 18 and a half minutes left of this game. Something still can happen.
I might have spoke a little bit too soon. Elbow shot, no good. Pena gets the putback. Middlesworth didn't block him out, and he made him pay for it there. 49-37, a 12-point ball game. Inside Platt. They give it to Connor right in front of the bench. Handoff from Middlesworth. McLeod on him. Now West looking for some help. 6 on the clock. Platt kicks it back out. 3. Bang! He hits it. What a big 3. That cuts to a 9-point ball game.
That was a great shot there from Peyton West. Not to mention he had the big guy on him. Shooting a 3 is not easy over a guy who's, almost twice your size.
Now Pena looking to match it, and he does there. Jordan, it seems like every time Huntington gets a 3, the Trojans come right back with one more of their own. Middlesworth with it, look and go short corner. And they're going to say an arm foul down low. That's going to be on 35, Pena. 17-17. on the game clock. 12-point ball game here inside Platt Arena. Back-to-back threes here from these two teams. They get it into Middlesworth. West thought about it, now he'll put it on the ground. No doubt. McLeod taking a swipe. Excuse me, it was McLeod was the one with the swipe, but they gave it to Robinson. Coach Andrews not happy with that mix-up here, and he's definitely going to have to say something about it. No goaltend call there. Pena loses the ball here. Kick Hubbard with it. He's going up, and he got blocked. But McLeod able to get the rebound and put it right back up. The Trojans with 7 offensive rebounds. Inside to West they go. That's going the other way. Peyton West had a hand on it. Thought the Trojans touched it, but that's a turnover. Quite a bit of chatter on the floor from both these teams. Big rivalry here. Really a State Road 5 rivalry about. Now inside, Pena gets blocked by West. Peyton West got a piece of that one. Now up Yoder thought about it. They give it to Platt in the paint. Connor Platt with it inside. This is a 12-point ball game, but the Foresters are gaining some momentum, Jordan. You can feel it in the air.
The Foresters are trying to be really aggressive down low right now. They're taking it to every guy down low, just doing everything they can to get these points.
If you're the Trojans, you look for Dagenkolb. He loses the ball there. He wants a foul call. Nothing going to happen. Peyton West with the spot up 3. No good, short. McLeod with the rebound. Dagenkolb off and running. He doesn't have numbers. He goes right in. That's going to be a charge. The senior, Andrew Yoder. Pulver did it earlier. Yoder doing it now. And that's going to take us to a media timeout here. 15:50 on the clock. 54-42 your score here inside Platt Arena. We'll be right back here on the other side of this break. This is HU Men's Basketball on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back to Huntington, Indiana, inside Huntington University's very own Platt Arena. Last home game of the season for these Foresters and the last of the career for Connor Platt and Yoder, and they hook up here. Wow. I don't know if Ty Platt drew that play up, but if he did, what a beautiful play there by him.
Connor Platt has really shown up here in the second half. He's doing such a great job of cutting down low and getting these passes to him, being an absolute threat here on offense.
Foresters kind of get caught there. Clyde got a hand on that. They're going to credit him with the block. Platt brings it up slowly here. 10-point ball game here inside Platt Arena. Yoder left alone. He drives baseline. Kick back out to Platt. West with it. And the Foresters reset here. Clyde inside, going to work off the glass, off the iron, no good. And the Foresters have just had too many of those, Jordan, off the back iron. Yoder bodying up Hubbard. West gets a hand on it. He tries to dive for it. Can't get there. Robinson left open because of it. Can't make him pay for it. Middlesworth the rebound. Connor Platt's off and running. Pena tries to pick him up. And now the Forsters. They're calling it the other way. That's going to be on number 4. That one called down low. And that's going to be foul number 1 on Middlesworth. That is the good thing about that. That's only the first foul on him. Right now, Connor Platt and Peyton West, both 2 fouls for the Forsters and both men on the floor. On the other side, Pena, he has 2 fouls for the Trojans. Now McLeod drives on Clyde, can't get that one to go. Yoder the rebound. The senior with number 2, now full court pass. Wow! And one, Middlesworth is going to the line! Full court pass from the senior. Middlesworth caught it like a wide receiver and finished it like it was a plate of dessert. 54-46, your score. 14:03 on the clock, and that's going to be foul number 3 on Pena as he goes to the bench with Robinson. Dagenkolb and Owen both check in. Old-fashioned three-point play. Cuts this to a 7-point ball game. Jordan, I talked about it. You can feel it. The second half, you talked about it. Huntington come out aggressive, but it was the momentum they had that helped them get aggressive. Miranda, 3, too long. That goes to West, who gives it to Pulver. Big offensive attempt here. Middlesworth goes inside. Looked like he might have got hit there. No call. Huntington gonna reset. Middlesworth corner 3, no good, short. Clyde gets a hand on it and they called that one. Man, that 3 would have been huge from Middlesworth from the corner. That would have cut it to 4. Jordan, we talk about the momentum. That would have been a gigantic shift.
It would have definitely made this game interesting, putting it within 4 points. But Huntington just doing such a great job of being aggressive here.
Huntington shooting 48% in the ball game. They're 17 of 35. But they are 50% from 3, 7 of 14. The Trojans 7 of 17 from 3 at 41%. McLeod gets Clyde up and gets a shot over him. James McLeod, the 6'5 junior, able to get a shot over Clyde Curie, the 6'11 freshman. Pulver's pass late. Dagenkolb intercepts it. They'll give it off. Hubbard! And he's up for the jam! Hubbard shakes it off, but he just raised the roof for these Trojans. 30-second timeout. And we're going to keep it right here. Jordan, what about this run by the Trojans? Huntington cut it to within 7, but Taylor now a few buckets here, and they got it back out to an 11-point lead.
Well, you were just talking about the momentum and how it seemed like it was almost shifting in Huntington's favor. But Taylor, these last few possessions, they were struggling to find the basket. You know, they were getting these really in-and-out shots. But these last 2 possessions, they've been firing on all cylinders, being super aggressive on the offensive end and the defensive end.
(58-47) your score here inside Platt Arena. Shot good inside there. 49-58 your score now. 12:23 remaining. Huntington's brought out some energy here in the second half. That's helped them out. Miranda, one dribble pull up, and that's good. (60-49) your score. The Trojans lead by 11. Clyde sets a good screen for Pulver. Now sets one for West. Owen picks him up. Corner three, good! Connor Platt, he hits a three, and that's going to be a timeout by Coach Platt. But this is an 8-point ball game after that huge three. Jordan, the momentum here. Coach Rakonen talked about it, 30-second timeout, we're keeping it here. Coach Rakonen talked about we got to win the game of runs. That was our third key to the game for the Trojans. Right now I feel like Huntington, they're going back and forth, but they might be winning this run.
Yeah, it seems like the momentum here is almost ping-pong going back and forth between these teams. And I just want to point out on that corner three from Connor Platt, he also banked that off the backboard too. Very tough to do from a corner.
I believe the only other time I've seen that done is in the movie Grown Ups. Adam Sandler during the tournament. He was famous for the corner bank. I've tried to attempt it myself, but I feel like I hit the side of the backboard more than the backboard.
At least you hit the side of the backboard. I just shoot it over the whole backboard.
You know, that might be why we're behind the desk and not on the floor, Jordan. 8-point ball game here for the Foresters. Dagenkolb peaks, sends it back to 10. On the floor for the Trojans, Hubbard, Miranda, Robinson, Pena, Dagenkolb for Huntington. Peary, Platt, Middlesworth, weighing in Fetters. Platt's got Hubbard on him. He tries to go around him. The contact. Clyde comes up with the rebound. He's going back inside, and he gets it to go. Clyde the up and under. Taylor setting some good off-ball screens here to get their guys open. Fetters on Dagenkolb. Dagenkolb does have 13. Make that 15 now. Fetters playing tough defense inside, but just not enough, Jordan.
No, Dagenkolb, he's really aggressive out there on the floor. I don't think he's afraid to take any shot, even with the defender on him.
They get it to Platt. Three-pointer, no good off the iron. Hubbard the rebound. That's going to be... And we got a blocking foul here. Robinson going into Wang. That foul going to be called on Lewis Wang as Ryan Robinson goes to the foul line. Number 2 on Wang.
Ryan, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but as, you know, Taylor shifting the momentum more towards their way, also their pace of play is also picking up here a little bit.
No doubt about that. We talked about it. It felt like Huntington had the momentum, but not here recently. Clyde takes a seat as Yoder, the senior, checks back in. Robinson, second one, no good as well. He's missed a few tonight. Not really expect out of Ryan Robinson, an 80% free throw shooter.
No, and as a team, they're only shooting 42% as well, only 3 for 7 on free throws.
Keegan in trouble there. They're going to call the foul on Pena. That's going to be 4 on him, a big foul, number 4. Coach Andrews not happy with that. By no means. I think he's giving the officials the silent treatment over here after saying he wanted to talk to him. Fetters at the line. First one up and good. Huntington able to hit their free throws so far. Second one, no good. Broadcaster's curse, Jordan. I shouldn't have said it.
You had to say something.
I almost bit my tongue so I didn't have to say it, but I decided not to. How selfish of me.
You know, it's like everything we've tried to predict tonight, it just always goes the opposite way.
Funny how that can work sometimes. Robinson with it, right wing. 10 on the clock here. Wang on Hubbard, inside they try to go. Fetters had his arm tied up, ball gets out. Hubbard, he's going to have to put up a shot. Off the rim, no good. Fetters comes up with it after Miranda crashes into him. And now Huntington going to slow it down. And Jordan, the way the Trojans are crashing the boards and really just chasing the ball, that's what you want out of your team right now.
Yeah, and they've got 26 rebounds in this game, and 7 of them are offensive rebounds. They're going for every rebound they can right now.
Connor Platt blocked there. 9 minutes and some change here. Platt looking aggressive, but he does have those 2 fouls, so he has to play smart. Middlesworth gets switched on Dagenkolb. They elect to go to Robinson. And a foul down low on Lewis Wing. Wing not happy about that. That's going to be foul number 3 on him. Fetters and Platt both take a seat. West and Clyde back in for him. Dagenkolb with it. He'll pull up here. No good. No doubt about it. He forced that shot. 64-55 your score. Now inside to Clyde they go. They had West on left wing. Now they look inside for Middlesworth. 14 on the clock. The spin away. Wow, what a touch off the glass. That was beautiful, beautiful. That's how you spell it, right?
I don't know. I was never good at English.
Forster Nation getting up for Huntington on this defensive possession. Dagenkolb trying to go around Clyde. Clyde, the outstretched hand. A tough shot by Dagenkolb. Wow. Between him and Robinson, Jordan, there's just been some insane shots by those two.
And it's crazy, too, because they both have the height disadvantage on every possession.
West loses the ball. Robinson up against Middlesworth. No foul called. And now you can feel that momentum shift back to the Trojans. The Trojans getting their fans up and rowdy right now. West once inside. That one gets blocked by Miranda. West, three-pointer from the corner. That's going to be a foul. Was it a 2 or a 3, though? That's going to be 3 free throws for Peyton West, but not before our media timeout. Connor Platt's going to check back in for your Forsters. We'll see him on the other side of this media timeout. 68-57. We'll be right back here inside Platt Arena. Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart, joined by my colleague Jordan Herring. And Jordan, what a fantastic ball game we've had on our hands. Taylor has led for the majority of it, but Forsters have been right there about the whole way.
No, we've seen the Huntington Forsters. They've cut the lead down to 6 points. They cut it down to almost 4 points at one point. They're really trying to scrap and fight their way back to try to make this, a single-point deficit.
Huntington, a 75% free throw shooting team. Peyton West, the leader on the team, at 82%. and he cans all 3 of them. That'll make it a 60-68 ball game. Degenkolb guarded by Wang. Tries to get a running start on Wang. Wang right there, though, not giving him any space. Hubbard, the pull up, way too strong there. And West going to let that one go out of bounds. Jordan, 8-point ball game. We talk about it. It's a game of runs. Huntington needs to make a run, but offensively, what do they need to do to make this run?
Well, they're a team really well known for shooting the 3 ball, but Taylor's really done a great job of locking them down on the perimeter. So it kind of leaves you to question whether they want to stick to the perimeter shooting or if they want to try to take it inside.
West thought about it inside. He clears out Clyde. And they're going to have a push on Hubbard. Hubbard's first of the game. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds. Little stat update here for both teams. Leading scorer for the Forcers, Middlesworth with 15. Leading scorer of the ball game, Degenkolb with 17. Leading rebounders, West has 7 for Huntington. CJ Pena has 10 to make his 4th consecutive double-double in this ball game. Assist leaders, 3 for Connor Platt, 5 for Robinson of Taylor. On the floor for the Trojans, Degenkolb, Hubbard, Robinson, McLeod, and Miranda. Miranda goes inside. Clyde blocked it. Gave up the second shot, but Clyde got the first block. You can't fault him for that.
No, that was a really great play by Clyde to, read the defense, get the block there. But after he got the block, once the big man's out of the picture, there's almost no one else down low to try to stop whoever else is down there.
Full timeout. We'll take it with them. 10-point ball game. We'll be right back here. This is FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back inside Platt Arena. Beautiful Huntington, Indiana. Where this game's being played. Middlesworth kick out Pulver. Platt with it. Looks for some help in Middlesworth. Degenkolb right there. Platt spot up. No good off the iron. West keeps it alive. They're going to say he was out of bounds. They might have called West out of bounds, but Hubbard just took a rocket of a throw from West off his leg. I cannot imagine that feels good, Jordan.
Dude, you would think that the baseball coach is looking to recruit him as a pitcher right now.
We do have the frames in attendance, so we might need to go talk to them. Coach Abbott, who was recently inducted to the Hall of Fame, he's also here. Robinson, right wing, Middlesworth on him. He tries to get around him. He does. Hubbard with it inside. They're calling a foul, and that's going to go to the line for one more. Hubbard, the strong play. That foul on Connor Platt. That's foul number 3 on him. Hubbard at the line right now. He is a 77% free throw shooter. And he can't get that one to go. Platt, the rebound. Rebound number 5 for him in this one. Once again, a 12-point ball game. Middlesworth, the turnaround too strong. Pulver gets it. West, spot up three, too strong. Pulver once again looks like he got a hand on it, but they're going to say the Trojans touched it last. No score, so still 12-point ball game, 5:04 on the clock. Yoder looking to get it into somebody. Gets West at half court. The Trojans do have 6 wins versus receiving votes or ranked teams. West to 3. Excuse me, that was Yoder. They're calling a foul here down low. That's going to be on number 23, Miranda. That's going to be foul number 3 on him now.
Ryan, it seems like the Foresters are transitioning back to implementing the 3-ball and to try to climb back in this game. But it looks like Taylor's just going to give it to him because they're not capitalizing on any looks that they're getting.
Pulver's first one good. Pena back in for Miranda. Pena does have 4 fouls, I believe. Miranda had 3 after that last one. Pulver's second one good there. The Foresters at the free throw line, 15 of 17. As we're under 5 to play here. 10-point ball game. And Jordan, we talk about that game of runs. If any time's the time to make a run, down 10, about 4.5 left. I think this is go time. Dagan Kolb 3, no good. McLeod got a hand on it. West comes up with the rebound. That's going to be number 8 for him. They want to go inside to Middlesworth. Now kick over. Platt, Dagan Kolb all over him. Inside, Robinson, mismatch, and Middlesworth. The turnaround baby hook there. That's good.
It was great of Middlesworth to use that mismatch to his advantage, knowing that he's got that long arcing shot to be able to put it over the defender.
Now, Jordan, if you're the Trojans, do you just kind of try to run this clock down each possession? I mean, you still want a good shot nevertheless, but you just keep trying to run the clock now as it's kind of in your favor.
I mean, we still have almost a little over 3.5 minutes in this game, but I agree. I think you got to run the clock down. Even though you're only up 8, Huntington's offense is still, they're never out.
Middlesworth had Hubbard down low. Hubbard fell, and Middlesworth really just kept posting him up as he was on the ground. That foul going to be called on number 31, McLeod. His first of the ball game. And Jordan, to go back to what I just asked you a minute ago, do you keep the ball if you're the Trojans? Last 2 shot attempts, both deep threes, one by Dinkolp, one by Robinson. Neither of them connecting, and they're not getting that offensive rebound on it either.
No, and usually when you take those long threes, you get those long rebounds as well. Huntington's doing a great job of spreading the floor and trying to get those rebounds.
Exciting ball game here. Coach Platt getting the crowd into this one. Pena ran out of room. Dagan Kolb with it, finds Robinson. Middlesworth on him. Tries to get around him. He wanted to spin. Pena, West guarding him. 7 on the clock. Big possession here. West got a hand on it. Pena gets down. 2 on the clock. It's going to expire. That's going to be it. Expires. Big turnover. The Foresters defense comes up big. Forster Nation is on their feet. And Coach Andrews wants a full timeout, and he's going to need it here. 72-66, the score of this ball game. We're under 3 minutes to go. And Jordan, I don't think we can go anywhere. We have to keep it right here.
Yep. You getting tired?
Great ball games tire me out, Jordan, and this has been a great ball game. We look at this one, scoring leader for Huntington, Middlesworth with 19. He's now taken over the game scoring leaders. Dagan Kolb has 17. 72-66. If you're Coach Andrews, what are you telling your team right now in this huddle?
I mean, just stick to the defensive plan right now. You know Huntington's looking for the 3 ball. Give it to him, but just make sure you're there to get the rebound too. And then when you're on the offensive end, you really got to do your best to drain the clock, but also make sure you have a good quality shot.
No doubt about it. CJ Pena was the men's basketball Crossroads League Player of the Week. He averaged 2 double-doubles last week. 18 points, 12 rebounds was his average during the week. In that game against Mount Vernon, mentioned it earlier, the Trojans hit a season-best 14 three-pointers, only 7 tonight. But they've been efficient from the field, shooting 52%. As we look into the series for these teams since 05, Huntington leads at 21-10. They're currently on a 4-game win streak inside to Middlesworth. They won it. And no good. He can't get the soft roll. But the foul called on Pena. Pena's not happy as that's 5 on him. And the Trojans are going to talk about this one. Pena's going to take a seat now. 17 points, 10 rebounds. This is going to be his 4th consecutive double-double. Vincent Miranda is going to be the man that checks in for him. CJ Pena, what a performance from him tonight. Another double-double ball game. He's really been playing his best ball here at the end of the season. Middlesworth misses the first one. 2:47 on the clock. Middlesworth's second one's good there. 72-67 your score. Forster Nation getting up and loud again. They need a big defensive stop here. And it looks like the Trojans are just going to try to run down the clock here. Robinson, Pulver guarding him. 10 on the clock here. Inside to Pulver. Wow! Pulver swatted that! Wow! Yoder's running. The senior's got 2 on him. Off the glass, no good. High off the glass. Miranda gets the rebound. He's going to slow this down. Yoder's layup just a little bit too strong there. I thought he had that one.
No, he definitely got some rough contact too. I'm honestly surprised we didn't see a foul call down there either.
2 guys up against him there. Now they go to Dagenkolb outside. He's been deadly. He's looking dry. Payne West got a hand on it. He gets the clean steal. 1-on-2 break. He's got help. He goes to the paint. No good. Yoder goes up. He can't get it. Pulver's shot goes. I think they called the foul when West shot it. I think we'd rather have Pulver's shot though. We'd rather have the and1 though, right? We can talk to him about that.
Can we change the call?
Yoder going to the free throw line here on senior day. 72-67. Your score. He hits his first one. 1:45 remaining here. Folks, I said earlier, Huntington's won the last 4. Well, the 4 before that, Taylor won those. Second one, no good there. 68-72 your score. 1:41 remaining. West has had the quick hands tonight. Can he come up with another? The Trojans only have 7 rebounds. Platt calls off West. 10 on the clock here. Robinson to Dagenkolb. McLeod a screen. Pulver lets him get around. High, no good. Off McLeod's head. And somehow it gets back to the Trojans. Platt saying not to foul. 1:05 on the clock. 8 to go. Robinson gets a floater here. It's too short. Middlesworth to West. Under a minute to play here. High pass. Pulver thought about it. Now West. Platt, he drives baseline into the paint. They're going to call a foul. Hubbard trying to say he was straight up. Officials not buying it. That's going to be a foul on Miranda instead, not Hubbard. Excuse me, that is on Hubbard.
You know, I think that was a really good take from Connor Platt there. He taking it to the paint, not just with one defender, but two defenders on him, trying to draw the contact to be able to get the foul and get to the line right here. Very crucial with 41.9 seconds left in this game.
Second free throw, good. And we got a timeout by Coach Platt. He wants a full timeout. Coach Andrews, he's going to have to draw up a play here. It's a 2-point ball game. 41.9 remaining, Jordan. Talk about epic. Jordan, this is all for that number 8 spot in the Crossroads League tournament. Winner of this ball game most likely going to secure it here. You know, both these teams separated by that one game. This is that kind of tiebreaker game. It's kind of weird how the standings are right now. Huntington does trail a game right now to Taylor. If you look at the standings, Huntington in that number 9 spot at 6-10, Taylor 7-9. But if Huntington wins today, they have the sweep over Taylor. That also gives them the tiebreak over Taylor. Now Mount Vernon and Bethel, they're also both 7-9. They play each other tonight. We'll try to give you an update on their score here as this game winds down, but 41.9 left. Jordan, if you're the Trojans here, what are you trying to do? Huntington can still potentially have 10 seconds, 11 seconds left, depending on what kind of shot you take. If you take one at the final buzzer, what are your thoughts here for the Trojans?
I mean, you said it. It all comes down to time management. We know they have 30 seconds on the shot clock, but how much of that are they really going to use? You know, it's all about getting the best possible look, you know, trying to make this a 2-possession game, trying to keep Huntington away from coming back here.
These seniors have definitely been through adversity here during their 4-year career. No doubt about it. In the final game inside, Platt Arena living up to that as well. West going to give Robinson that full court pressure. Mentioned it, there's about 11-second difference here. Dagenkolb's the leader in points with 17. Hubbard's got 14, but Robinson has 11. Dagenkolb, they go first. We saw this play a minute ago. They win a screen right side. Dagenkolb a 3. The dagger! The dagger! It goes in! 11 on the clock. Pulver looking to drive, kick. Platt the 3. No good. Pulver puts that one up. It falls. Platt gonna take a timeout. 4.4 remaining. It's a 3-point ball game. Dagenkolb with the dagger. And I believe Coach Andrews is going to want a review of this one. I think he wants to look at the clock here. We're going to go ahead and give it to him here. 4.4 remaining, 72-75 your score here inside Platt Arena. 4.4 remaining, Jordan. Wow. Jordan, I think I can feel my blood pressure going up as this game winds down.
I mean, honestly, personally, I feel like there's some electricity flowing through me right now. I'm so nervous.
No doubt about it. See the replays here. Platt's shot was missed. Pulver was able to get the putback, though. Jordan, this game, a big one for both these teams. Mentioned last time out, Middlesworth had 33. He's got 20 now. Dagenkolb had 25 last time between these two. He's got 20 right now. 75-72 your score. But Jordan, we got to give some love to one of our very own here. Hannah Stoffel was the Crossroads League Track Athlete of the Week. Jordan, she might be the most deserving Athlete of the Week I've seen in all Crossroads League, no doubt about it. Stoffel absolutely dominant at the indoor conference this last weekend. She is a 4-time conference champion, and that's just at this past meet, in the 600, 800, 1,000, and the DMR, distance medley relay. She runs one leg of that. She also hit a standard and had new meet records in the 600, 800, and I believe the DMR, but it could be the 1,000, but I believe it was the DMR. Also, she had the best time in the NAI in the 600, the 1,000, and the DMR just off her races at conference. So far, she is qualified for the 600, 800, 1,000, the mile, the 3,000, all for the NAI Nationals. That will be held on March 5th through 7th. So we got to give some home love here. Hannah Stoffel, your Crossroads League Track Athlete of the Week. We mentioned CJ Pena, one of the basketball athletes of the week here. Jordan, we'll take a look at our keys to the game here. For Taylor, it was take Platt or Middlesworth away. Middlesworth 20, Platt 15 points. I don't know if I would necessarily say they've taken them away. Win the boards. Right now, they're down 2 rebounds, 35-33 to Huntington. Didn't win that one. And win the game of runs. Jordan, maybe the most important key of the game. And I think that's what they done. That's how they got this lead. On the other side for Huntington, what were their keys?
For Huntington, you know, they were supposed to be smart and efficient and be really good with their shots from the perimeter, but Taylor, their lockdown defense really kept them from making those 3-point shots, and it really shows here. They also needed to get off to a hot start, which they kind of struggled at the very beginning in the first few minutes of the game, but later on they kind of picked it up and really rallied here in the second half. They also had to limit the 3-headed monster, you know, with guys like Degan Kolb and Pena and Robinson. You know, those 3 guys right there, that makes up their whole offense, their whole defense. The ball is just constantly running through them and being a threat.
Once again, we want to give a big thank you to our replay crew. They're going to keep the clock at 4.4 after that long review, but we want to give a big shout out in the back to our whole crew back there. Their very own brother, Dylan Herring. Miranda Gus back there as well. Doing a great job helping out our officials and sorting this out. McLeod gets it into Dagan Colt. Pulver fouls him right away. 3.3 on the clock. McLeod gets it in. Dagan Colt, they try to foul him. They don't call the foul. Platt tried to say he stepped out. It would have been right in front of the official. No call, though. And 0.2 remaining. Dagan Colt delivered the 3 that was the dagger. And now the man that ran out the clock. 0.2 left. His first one, no good. West, a full court heave. And that's going to be the ball game here inside Platt Arena, 75-72. The Forsters fall on senior night. Quite a few good performances on both sides. We'll get to that here in a minute. Jordan, quick thoughts before we take a break here about this ball game for your Forsters.
You know, they really struggled in the first half, not getting off to the best kind of start, but they really rallied here in the second half. They made this a very interesting game coming down the stretch. You know, they were at one point down 12 points, they were down 10 points, they were down 6 points, and they just kept rallying and rallying, and up until where they brought it to within, you know, 1 possession, but they just fall a little bit short here, only losing by 3.
No doubt about it. Frustrating loss for the Forsters here. Jordan, that might be their Crossroads League hopes of the tournament. We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back on the other side of this to wrap it up in a possible interview with Coach Platt. We'll let you know on the other side of this break. This is FDN Sports. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the post-game show.
This is how we like to do it. This is how we like to do it.
hello, and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Jordan, a very somber feeling inside Platt Arena. Forster's dropping this contest by 3, and really it was a close game throughout. The score might have said a little bit less because it was about a 10-point ball game for most of the game, but really with the game of runs, it felt so close, really.
No, I definitely agree, and I mean, especially after seeing how Taylor came out in the first half super aggressive, and then in the second half, Huntington came out even more aggressive. You knew that this game was going to come down in the final minutes to really determine who was going to win this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As we look at some of our final stats here, field goal percentage-wise, Huntington 44%. Taylor bested them at 50%. They made 32 of their shots. From three-point, Huntington 7 of 20. On the other side, Taylor 8 of 21. Huntington 35%, Taylor 38%. But you look, turnovers, that was a big one. 10 turnovers for Huntington, 7 for the Trojans. The Trojans only 3 in that first half, though. Really key for them, but Huntington able to force some in that second half, and that really is what propelled them to a 40-32 second half. An 8-point lead in that second half, but the Forsters couldn't get it all together. We look blocks, Huntington had 7, Taylor had 5. Huntington's number 1, 4 blocks. Jordan, we look scoring leaders. Caleb Middlesworth and Dagan Colt both had 20 for their teams respectively. Payne West with 9 rebounds for Huntington. CJ Pena, he had 10 for the Trojans. Rompson 6 assists. And for Huntington, Yoder 4 assists. CJ Pena continues his streak of double-doubles. You look at some things here, Jordan, a very somber feeling. You know, it's never a good thing to lose a game, no doubt about it. But senior night's always one of those ones, no matter if you're a freshman on the team, you're a junior, you always want to win it for your guys, for the guys that gave back to you. And Huntington, although they didn't win this one, I saw a lot of grit from the Forsters, and I know we still have one more game against Marion coming up this weekend, but I think there's a lot for the future of this ball club that the Forsters can really be excited about, even though they're losing both Andrew Yoder and Connor Platt.
No, I would definitely agree, but here it being senior night, you know, Connor Platt and Andrew Yoder, they had a phenomenal performance for the both of them. Connor Platt especially nailed down some really tough shots to help Huntington get back in the game. Andrew Yoder on the defensive end was phenomenal, you know, putting his body up against every big man he could, trying to stop Taylor, but in the end it just doesn't come down for them.
Connor Platt, finishes the game with 15 points. Yoder finishes with 7 points, 5 rebounds. Jordan, just a fantastic ball game between the two. Taylor snaps Huntington's 4-game win streak against them. Maybe start the streak of their own. It was a 4-game Taylor streak before. We'll have to see how that is next season. Not going to happen another time this year. The women will be in action tomorrow. You can catch that right here on FDN Sports. But this weekend, the men will be in action for their final game of the season against number 5 Marion. A tough contest, no doubt about it. Jordan, what do you think the Forsters can take from this game and go into that game with?
I think one of the biggest things for them is don't panic. I mean, we saw them panic in the first half a little bit when they weren't draining some shots, but then they came back in the second half and they were firing on all cylinders, really hitting those tough perimeter shots, taking to the basket and not letting anyone, you know, get the best of them down low.
No doubt about it. We got to send out our thank yous today. On camera, John, Katie Dorsey, and Abdul Kamara both down low. In the back, we also had a lot of help back there. We had Dylan Herring as well as Miranda Gus, and beside us, as always, Carson Watkins. Great broadcast today. A great ball game today. Ending not what we wanted, but great basketball nevertheless here. For Jordan Herring, I'm Ryan Lockhart. Go Forsters as always. Huntington drops this game 75-72.